friends, welcome to Defeating Diabetes with me, Lakisha. I am not a doctor, I am just a regular person that has been diagnosed with diabetes, and I created this channel just to share information. There's so many of us that aren't aware of this disease and how it affects people. So today I'm going to be talking about awareness. How do you beat diabetes? By simply being aware of some things. So hopefully I'll share some things with you today that you didn't really know about, or some things I can just remind you of so you can get to it. So stay tuned. We got a lot to talk about. So the first thing I want you to be aware of is how prevalent diabetes is. According to the American Diabetes Association, about 88 million Americans have diabetes. That means a little more than 1 in 3 people have pre-diabetes or diabetes. They don't even know it. 8 in 10 people don't even know they have pre-diabetes. So if you're watching this and you're not sure, I want to encourage you to get your A1C checked at your doctor to make sure you don't have diabetes or pre-diabetes. So I have my notes here, and I call them did you know notes, because there's a lot of things that we don't know, and I didn't know, and I kind of found out after I got diagnosed. So the first thing on my notes here that I put is that when you first get diagnosed, you need to really understand the medication that you're asked to take. So I was asked to take 1 metformin pill a day. Now I still take 1 metformin pill a day, and it's 500 milligrams. Well, what does that mean? We normally take the medicine, but we normally don't investigate in what that means. So to break it down in layman's terms, this is what I got about metformin. Metformin is not a cure. It does not cure diabetes. It regulates sugar in your blood, but diabetes is still going on in your body. There is no cure. I'm going to say that again. There is no cure for diabetes. You can reverse diabetes by eating healthy, exercising, keeping up with your doctor's appointments. You can reverse the effects of it and make your organs stronger. But if you do not take this disease seriously, if you're diagnosed with pre-diabetes or diabetes and you don't take this disease seriously, diabetes continues to run rampant in your body. Even with metformin, I am sure that metformin is not curing diabetes in my body. It is helping the sugar regulate in my blood. And this is important because diabetes, a lot of people are not aware that diabetes leads to heart disease and stroke. So the number 1 killer I know for sure of black women in America is heart disease. But I'm wondering, is that because we have diabetes unchecked? I don't know. But I do know diabetes leads to heart disease and stroke and a lot of other things. So you want to take this disease seriously. I know so many people who don't take it seriously, or just feel like they have no hope and no awareness. But stay right here on this channel. Watch channels like me who are just telling you some information that you can learn so you can be more aware and really take this seriously. For a long time, I was ashamed to say I had diabetes. I'm not ashamed to say I have diabetes, and I'm managing it every single day. And I'm keeping my A1C down. I'm keeping the weight off. I'm exercising. I'm eating healthy. I am doing what I need to do to reverse this thing and to keep it reversed as much as possible. So I want to encourage you that you can reverse it if you do some key things in your life. So that's the medication. When I got diagnosed, my doctor gave me the medication and said, you need to eat healthy and you need to exercise. And that was it. I love my doctor, don't get me wrong. I love my general practitioner, but I really didn't get any in-depth, deep understanding of diabetes from my general practitioner, and most of us don't. So you're going to have to advocate. You're going to have to advocate for yourself when you if I'm not gonna say when. If you go to the doctor and you're getting diagnosed with pre-diabetes or diabetes, you are going to have to advocate for yourself. I knew I was supposed to get a glucose monitor to test, because one of the best things you can do is to monitor your glucose with a glucose test. The thing that pricks you, or the little Libre, what's the name of the thing? Okay, you know what I'm talking about, the thing you put in your arm. Monitoring it helps you realize what is triggering your sugar to go up. Something you're eating or something you're doing may be triggering it. So what you want to do is make sure your doctor gives you a glucose monitor or some way to monitor your sugar. And she only gave me a prescription to monitor my sugar once a day. I do it 3 times a day. I recommend at least check your sugar 3 times a day, morning, afternoon, night. Check it, because your fasting glucose is super important. And you might be like, Lakisha, what's fasting? It is your sugar level as soon as you wake up in the morning. That's how you can tell if you have pre-diabetes or diabetes. I want to share with you those numbers in a minute. But you have to test your fasting glucose and your glucose throughout the day. I would recommend an hour or 2 after you eat something, because that's when your body has digested everything and now the sugar is running in your body. So an hour to 2 hours after you eat, test. Another thing that you should be aware of is pharmacy assistance. Now, I didn't know this. I didn't know that the pharmacy can help you understand how to use your glucose machine, or how to use a X Libre thing in your arm. They can help you. So I went to my pharmacy. I was like, you know what? You gave me a machine that I don't know how to use. And they were like, sure, come around to this room. First of all, I was in a grocery store, like, y'all got a pharmacy room in here? I didn't even know. So I went into the pharmacy room, and it was so nice. It was like a little doctor's office, and the pharmacist came out and took her time to explain to me how it works, why it works, how I need to prick myself, what's the best way to do it. It was a game changer. So go to your pharmacy. They have a way to assist you with testing yourself and making sure you're doing it correctly. So that's something that you just need to be aware of. And did you know you can get your prescriptions delivered to you? At least here in the United States, we can get our prescriptions delivered to us. We just have to sign the paper, put your credit card down, and when you need a refill, they deliver it to your home, especially during COVID. So take advantage of that. That way you won't be running out of your medication. You won't have to worry about, oh, I gotta go to the grocery store, I gotta go to the pharmacist and get my medication. No, it's very convenient. So just take advantage of this. Just take the time and sign up for things like this. Okay, the next thing you should be aware of is your healthcare portal or telemedicine. Y'all, you do not have to go into a facility to get your A1C check. Yeah, you have to go to the lab, but after you go to the lab to get your blood work done, you can meet with your provider on the computer and talk about your A1C. That's what I do. I don't always go into the doctor's office to check my A1C. I do telehealth. So make sure you take advantage of telehealth, health portals. Before the doctor tells me my A1C score, guess what? I can see it because they upload my A1C score into the portal. So I can just go on the computer on the health portal and I can see my lab results before I even talk to my doctor. So just take advantage of that. For me, that's a game changer as well. It's just access to information that as a diabetic, we didn't used to have, but now we have. Another thing you should be aware of, oh my goodness, this is what I didn't know either. All the different types of doctors that you need to have in your life. So as a diabetic, you need more than just your general practitioner. You need a couple of doctors, okay? You need an endocrinologist. Am I saying that right? Endocrinologist. This is a doctor that specializes in diabetes. You also need a podiatrist. People with diabetes, your feet are furthest from your heart and your brain, and your feet has nerves in it that can be seriously affected by diabetes, because diabetes affects the blood vessels. And so you want to get your feet checked because they're furthest from your heart and your brain, and they're the cause of a lot of amputations because people don't get their feet checked, and they have these rashes and these just unhealthy things happening in their feet. Neuropathy is the tingling in your feet. Those are all things that a podiatrist needs to do. You need to get your feet cleaned by a podiatrist, so get a podiatrist. Another doctor you should always see is your ophthalmologist. Okay, am I saying that? Optometrist? No, I get so confused with these doctors. No, optometrist. Optometrist is a vision doctor. So your vision doctor is going to dilate your pupils to make sure that your blood vessels in your eyes are okay and they're not being affected by diabetes. My optometrist gave me these glasses that I absolutely love. So you want to get a optometrist. Now, if you have insurance, these doctors should be readily available. They should be part of your insurance. If you get a new job, ask about your insurance and if you have access to all these doctors. Y'all, it's so important. Your dentist is important. What's happening in your mouth is a sign of what's happening in your body. So your dentist can tell if you have disease happening in your body. It shows up in your mouth. So you need to also have a dentist. I would encourage you to have an ear, nose, and throat doctor. Also, the biggest doctor I think has been a game changer for me is a nutritionist or a dietitian. You must have a nutritionist or a dietitian. They're going to help you get over your sugar addiction. They're going to help you understand what you need to eat, when you need to eat it, how you need to eat it. Everybody is different. Some diabetics can eat bananas. I cannot eat bananas. How do I know? Because I had a nutritionist that was helping me when I ate a banana and my sugar went high. She's like, what did you eat? And I was like, I had this. She said, take the banana out. So I took the banana out and voila, my sugar didn't go up. So you want to get a nutritionist and a dietitian. So those are the doctors you should get. The next thing that you should be aware of is help if you're pre-diabetic. Your health department in your state and in your city or town will have something for you if you're pre-diabetic. They have free classes. They have free classes for you if you're pre-diabetic. I learned this recently from a person at one of my planner meetups. I was like, can I share this? Because this is amazing. There are free pre-diabetic classes. And then when I go in the health department, there's so many resources for you if you are diabetic. I've seen pamphlets, I've seen webinars, I've seen articles. There's so many things that you can do to understand more diabetes and how it affects you and what you can do about it. So I would encourage you to go to your local or your state health department. They have specific things for you if you're pre-diabetic and if you have diabetes, so take advantage of those resources. There is a nonprofit called the American Diabetes Association. It's an association for diabetics, ADA. Go to their website. In November, yeah, I had no idea. November is National Diabetes Month or something like that. But they're having a challenge. They're having a challenge where you can walk 34 miles and raise money for the association. I'm going to do it. I'm going to walk 34 miles just because I just want to be more healthy. So I'm going to do this challenge, but the American Diabetes Association is a nonprofit dedicated to helping you. So if you want to go there to ask them questions, to get resources from them, they have free resources. Go to their website. Oh my gosh, they have so much stuff. So you have resources at your fingertips, but a lot of people, they suppress this thing and they want to act like it's not there, and it's really something we should pay attention to. And you should pay attention to yourself because you want to live a long life. You want to live a long healthy life. You want to live long and not be able to use your limbs or have your health. So you want to do these things to prolong your health and just do right for you. Just do right for you. A lot of times we don't pay attention to ourselves, but this is so important. So now I'm going to give you just some numbers because I've gotten some people who they're diabetic. They don't really know what the normal range is, what the pre-diabetes range is, and they don't know what the diabetic range is. So I'm just going to give you a couple of numbers, okay? And I'm looking down all the time because I have notes right here. All right, so normal A1C. Normal A1C. A1C can only be checked with with blood. You got to go to the lab and get your blood work done. Your doctor has to look at it, and you have your A1C. I think they have A1C checkers in the pharmacy, but they're expensive. They're like $80. Like, I don't even trust those. Like, I'd rather just go to the doctor. But a normal A1C, that means somebody who does not have diabetes will have the percentage of 5.7% or less. 5.7% or less, or I would say 5.6, because 5.7 is the beginning of pre-diabetes. So if you go to the doctor, check your A1C, and it's 5.6% or less, you're clear. Now, and that's what happened to me. I got diagnosed with diabetes. My number was 8.6, but I got it down to 5.5. I got it under that 5.7. Okay. So pre-diabetics is a range between 5.7 and 6.4. 5.7 to 6.4 is, look at that range. That's a long, big range. So most people don't know they're pre-diabetics because their A1C is between 5.7 and 6.4. And y'all, they don't even know it. They have no idea. And they're walking around with this disease because it's silent. It does not have any symptoms. So you want to get that checked. That's the main way you find out if you're pre-diabetic. You got to go to your doctor. And then full-blown diabetes is 6.5 and up. 6.5 and up. So if 6.5 is the beginning of diabetes, Lakisha had 8.6. Look how high mine was compared to the rest. So I was full-blown. That means I was walking around with pre-diabetes and diabetes. Didn't even know it. So once you're diagnosed, you can also get diagnosed by your fasting blood sugar. That's when, as soon as you wake up in the morning, you prick yourself, you test your sugar. When you test your sugar with the glucose monitor, if your numbers are below 100, that's normal. But if your numbers are between 100 and 125 when you wake up, that's pre-diabetes. Anything 126 and higher is full-blown diabetes. And I can tell you this fasting glucose, it's a teller. It will tell you whether you are operating normally, pre-diabetic, or diabetic. So that's another way you can test yourself. How you can lower your risk for pre-diabetes. How you can lower your risk for pre-diabetes. And diabetics, how you can work to reverse it. It's what everybody always says. You have to lose weight and exercise and keep your mental health and your emotional health intact. You have to hit this disease from all three ways all the time. It's not just eating right. It's not just exercise. It's not just de-stressing yourself in mental health care and management. It's all three of them put together. It is a change of lifestyle. Diabetics, you have to change your lifestyle. I had to change my lifestyle. I'm continuing to change my lifestyle. It is always work. So you lower your risk by losing about 10 to 15 pounds. It doesn't matter how many pounds you have. When you lose 10 to 15 pounds, you're lowering your risk. So you can do that by cutting sugar out of your diet, cutting the carbs out of your diet, and cutting the calories out of your diet. Another thing you can do is walk your weight off. Just walk 30 minutes a day. Walking 30 minutes a day keeps diabetes away. That's what I say in my mind. So you want to walk 30 minutes a day. That is a game changer as well. I try to walk and do toning. Toning is very good. So I try to walk and or do toning every single day. Lastly, you want to take care of your mental health. If you need a counselor or a therapist, get a counselor or a therapist. It's all right. It's all right. Get a counselor or a therapist. They have so many tools that they can help you. I've had counselors and therapists before, and I'm also a life coach. Get yourself a life coach. I'm a life coach, and we are all trained to help you be the best version of you. And this also includes your mental and emotional well-being. Okay, so that's all I have for you today. I hope I gave you some new stuff. I hope I gave you some reminders on how to kick diabetes butt with awareness. If you like this, please like, subscribe, and click that notification bell. And until next time, friends, we are going to beat diabetes together. Thanks for watching. Bye. much.